No matter what problems you face, and no matter what sins you've done in your life that make you feel so dirty and disgusting, you have to remember that God can actually cleanse you and clean you and make you shining and fresh again. There's a temptation for us to believe that if we do some sort of sin or something that makes us feel so guilty or shameful, that we have to live with that the rest of our lives. Now, although it's true we can't go back, we can't change the past, but in the eyes of God, in the sight of God, we can be remade and cleansed so we're free from all of those stigma that we have in our life. This means that we have to see ourselves from a different angle under the light that we are clean and fresh. There's a story in the Bible which is great, which shares this. This is Mark 5. So they arrived at the other side of the lake in the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus climbed out of the boat, a man possessed by an evil spirit came out of the tombs to meet him. This man lived in burial caves and could no longer be restrained, even with a chain. So there was a man who was possessed by a demon, by many demons actually, and he was living in a defiled place where he was dirty and disgusting. And everyone in the town rejected this man. No one wanted to be near him because of who he was. This was his identity, and it caused a major problem for him. In Mark 5:4, it says, whenever he was put into chains and shackles, as he often was, he snapped the chains from his wrists and smashed the shackles. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Day and night he wandered among the caves and the hills, howling and cutting himself with sharp stones. He was stuck, and nobody could help rescue him at all. And we see this a lot in our lives. There can be addictions that we are stuck to. A lot of people are trapped by the trappings of pornography, or perhaps drinking or smoking or gambling, or even some online addictions, such as television, games, even talking to other people online. And these trappings can make us feel like nobody can rescue us. And there's nothing in our life strong enough to remove that power over our life. And then our whole identity becomes consumed with this behavior. But that is not what God wants for you or for me. God wants us to live free so we don't have to have that stigma over our life, so that we don't have to be contained and stuck by that situation. In Mark 5, Jesus then got rid of the demon from the man, exorcised it. It went into these pigs that went off the cliff and died. And the man became completely sane, completely healed, and freed from those demons. Now, after Jesus healed the man, he didn't still believe he was possessed. He knew he was different. So he began to act differently, dress differently. It says in Mark 5:15, a crowd soon gathered around Jesus, and they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons. He was sitting there fully clothed and perfectly sane, and they were all afraid. This man knew he had a new identity with Jesus. And because of that identity, he lived differently. Everybody there could see it. They knew who he was, but now, because of his new identity, they could see he was different. So, for you, for me, for everybody else around us, let's remember that just because we've done things in the past that are bad or sinful, shameful, we don't have to live with that. Wash yourself free. You are a new person, a new identity in the power of Jesus. Don't let anybody hold you down, and don't let anybody stop you from changing and growing into the future that you deserve because of God's great gift by giving you Jesus.